Hey friend, quick moment before we dive into our podcast episode because I have an announcement you absolutely do not want to miss. Better Belly VIP is officially open for enrollment, and this is the last time you can work directly with me at this price. I wasn't planning to open this many spots in December, but demand has been huge this year. I opened 10 total and already several have been taken. So that only leaves a handful left, and once they're gone, that's it. Now, listen closely because I know a lot of you wonder if VIP is actually for you. VIP is for adults and teens ages 12 plus, but we also have pediatric VIP for kids ages 2 through 12. It's for men and women, and basically, if you have a gut, you can be here. So if you or your child are dealing with constipation, acid reflux, bloating, food sensitivities, hormone imbalance, fatigue, skin issues, anxiety, or basically mystery symptoms that doctors haven't solved, VIP is where I personally take over your case. That means I analyze all your labs, I find your actual root causes, I design your entire customized health plan for you, and you this time get 2 brains on your case, me plus a Better Belly coach. This is the same process my private one-to-one clients have used to reverse years, often decades of symptoms. And right now, because it's our end of year sale, you can get $1,000 off using the code VIP1000. Just go to betterbellytherapies.com/VIP. That's betterbellytherapies.com/VIP and enter VIP1000 at the checkout page. But don't wait. The code expires December 19th or when the spots run out, and spots will sell out. They do every December. So this is the last time you'll get access to me at this price ever. So if you've been wondering whether this is your moment, it is. Head to betterbellytherapies.com/VIP, use the code VIP1000 and grab your spot before they're gone. Have you ever had a health practitioner or maybe a website or blog casually tell you need to cut out caffeine, and your whole brain just goes like, what? Yeah, that moment. So because sure, your adrenal glands are fried, or that's what the doctor or blog is suggesting to you. Your nervous system's tired, your cortisol's tanking all at the wrong times of day, but also you're human. You have feelings and morning rituals you actually like, and taking caffeine out of it might mean that you don't have those same rituals. So when I tell my clients they need a break from caffeine, like coffee, black tea, matcha tea, green tea, the very next question is always, okay, but how am I supposed to have energy? And the great news is that we have a solution for that. When clients work with us, we give them a supplement that actually increases the half-life of their cortisol, meaning that to their complete surprise, when they go off caffeine and take this supplement, they actually still have good energy. So your natural energy lasts longer on this supplement and gives your adrenal glands time to heal. But after they get over the shock that worked and that their energy levels are going to be fine without coffee or caffeine, the second question now is, but what am I supposed to drink now? Because let's be honest, the comfort of the drink is important to us as humans. So today's episode is my gift to you, a giant menu of delicious, client-approved, totally caffeine drinks that actually make this season and all seasons fun, doable, and dare I say, enjoyable. If you're trying to go caffeine-free or you've wanted to try but you didn't know what to replace your coffee with, this episode is going to give you ideas, options, and hope that you can still love your morning drink even while giving your adrenals a little bit of a break. Hey friend, welcome to the Better Belly podcast. If you're currently trying endless supplements, doctor visits, and diet changes to heal your mystery symptoms, you are in the right place. We're here to solve the real root causes behind your gut, hormones, skin, sleep, and brain concerns. Literally anything and everything in your body. My name is Allison Jordan. I'm a functional medicine practitioner that has supported over 150 clients just like you to heal problems that no one has been able to fix. You don't need a perfect diet or a random supplement you found on Instagram to heal. You need a proven system that heals your whole body from the inside out. That's what I'm here to share with you, episode by episode. It's time to make health easy again. And just as a reminder, this information is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your own health practitioner before you make any changes to your health. Hey guys, Merry Christmas. It is a little bit of a coincidence this is coming out on Christmas. I was going to do my episodes in a different order, and then I realized that if I released last week's episode on Christmas Day, you guys wouldn't get it in time to be able to use everything in there that I talk about for how to navigate the holidays with low stress when you have food restrictions, like gluten-free, dairy-free, grain-free. So this episode is today for no particular reason. Maybe you guys are drinking more caffeine than normal. That's not why it's today. It's just that today is Christmas, and this episode, Christmas happens to be on a Thursday this year, which is kind of fun. I like hanging out with you guys. No one's probably listening to it on Christmas, which is totally fine. So what I am going to say, some other things that I hadn't been planning when I thought of this episode, is that, as I mentioned in the intro, when we've recommended to clients to go off caffeine, which most of our clients, if you do a adrenal gland test on them, which might be a Dutch test, if you did it on somebody who's got chronic health issues, it's going to look messed up. So the reason I ask people to go off caffeine is not because caffeine's the reason why it's messed up, but caffeine is driving more of the issue. If you have an adrenal glands that are already fatiguing, and by the way, adrenal fatigue is not a yes or no, like you have it or you don't. It's just a continuum. It's how much do you have? How far down the line are you in this state? The very end phase of adrenal fatigue is called the exhaustive phase of HPA axis dysfunction. But it is, and it's very complete and it's very extreme, but most of our clients are in some form of adrenal fatigue. And I was too. There's no shame about it. And it doesn't have to do with the stress of your daily life. I mean, the stress of your daily living might be existing. It might be a reality, but most of the time extreme adrenal fatigue that I've seen and that we're seeing in our clients is because of the total load of inflammation in their body. So not drinking caffeine is simply one of the many things we're doing with our clients to get full healing. If you simply quit caffeine, that is not, and you still have H. pylori and food sensitivities and heavy metals and mineral deficiencies, and you don't detox well and your liver's congested, you are not going to get full adrenal gland healing. It'll barely touch the surface. So please understand that this episode is not suggesting you can heal your whole body by going caffeine free. It is simply a tool for if it's one piece of what is being asked of you or what you're trying to do to heal, that you just have some resources. You just have some drinks that people have recommended. Some of the drinks on this list today are what I have found that I like, and some are what our clients reported that they like, since we also polled them, which I'm so glad we did. Everybody's different. Not everyone's going to have my taste buds. And so I love that our clients are willing to share some of their hacks that they found. So that is my disclaimer. And if you are interested in the whole thing, you're like, I don't want to just go caffeine free. I want to understand how to heal my whole body and be able to drink caffeine again. I drink caffeine. I don't avoid it. I don't rely on it. I don't need to rely on it. I also don't need to avoid it. And so that's where we get our clients, where they don't drink caffeine because they need it. They're not like, oh, I need to go drink caffeine because my energy's low. It's just not happening to them, right? So if you want to do that whole thing and heal your body inside out and find everything going on and really get to not just your adrenal glands, but your hormones and your gut and your skin and your brain, go to betterbellytherapies.com/blueprint and join our program to figure out what type of testing you need in module 1 with our lab chooser tool, and then order the labs in our program for wholesale pricing, to learn how to analyze those labs yourself better than a functional medicine doctor, to then create protocols based on the protocol templates that we have that you modify based on your lab results. So you're not doing the same protocols as everybody else, but it's modified and unique to your lab results. So that's what I do recommend for kind of the big picture. But today, again, it's just one slice of the pie. So let's jump in. our favorite caffeine drinks, my clients and mine. Number one, first category is going to be herbal tea. So think rooibos tea, think anything that's made out of fruit. Dried fruit could be like strawberry tea, could be raspberry tea, could be lemon and ginger, which is a favorite of mine. But anything that's made out of just an herb that doesn't have caffeine in it. So we're not thinking black tea or green tea. We're just thinking rooibos, Oregon, like kind of dried fruit range of things, dandelion tea. There's a lot of different teas. There are different options out there for teas that are caffeine-free inherently. And the reason we are looking for caffeine-free inherently is because decaf, all it means is that caffeine's been removed, but it's very difficult to remove it completely. So decaf coffee, for example, still has about 30% of the coffee or caffeine in it, just on average, based off of most methods. And I noticed that I feel like decaf coffee, for me, feels like full calf. I get a lot of rev out of decaf. And if I drink full calf, it's too much rev, right? So whether or not you have the same experience, it's just to note that decaf doesn't mean no caffeine. It just means less. So we really want a caffeine-free drink. To get that, you need something that starts off caffeine-free. For these, I'll drink them hot, especially in the cold seasons. I'll drink it cold. So preparing it the day before and then cooling it and then having it with some ice. And then I also might do a strong brew of it. This is something I'm testing out right now. But I'll strongly brew some of this herbal tea and then I'll add in milk, and it kind of tastes like bubble tea to me. And I will add in some sugar. We make just homemade simple syrup out of either organic sugar or like organic cane sugar or coconut sugar, which is just hot water and sugar. It melts the sugar so that it's easier to combine in your cold drink. And it's really nice as long as you're not avoiding sugar for a reason, which you might be if you have candida or have other things you're trying to avoid processed sugar for. But like a really strong brew of this, then you can add in milk and make it again kind of like a bubble tea type situation. Though, just to know, bubble tea is typically made with a black tea or a green tea, so the flavor will be different. You might not like the flavor, but you could try it out. Next thing, so that's number one. Next thing is fake coffee. This is its own category, but basically it's products that sell themselves as intending to try to taste like coffee without having any caffeine in it. So one of them is mud water. It's mud /WTR. I do have a link in the show notes for it. Just a note that they have caffeine. They have versions that have caffeine in it, and they have versions that are caffeine free. Their original is caffeine free, meaning they only have mushrooms in it and like lion's mane, cordyceps. I believe it has dandelion in it. So, but do watch out. A lot of coffees that sell themselves as mushroom coffees really do have coffee in it. It's not just like, I always think when they say it to me, it sounds like that there's no actual coffee. There's just mushrooms and they're just calling it like, oh, it tastes like coffee. Because these mushrooms do have like a dark flavor to them. But many of them have actually some coffee, and it might be fewer milligrams of caffeine than a full cup, but it still has it. So do watch out for that. Another thing that I've drank before that I like it's literally called Fake Coffee by Big Heart Tea. I have a link in the show notes for that. And it has like a chocolatey, nutty, dark flavor. I think chocolate's one of the primary flavors. It does have chocolate in it, I believe. And I think also dandelion, which is dandelion root dandelion is a common ingredient to get that like dark roasted flavor. And again, it's definitely not coffee, but it kind of gets in that direction. So this is something I've used before and I loved adding milk to it. I do love cocoa in general. Anything chocolate wins me over. So that felt like a win to me. And one note, chocolate does have caffeine in it, but usually the amount that we're adding to liquid is very negligible. And I find that it's not revving my clients the way coffee does or black tea or green tea. And I don't feel like it revs me the same way. So you could keep that in mind. I don't know how much chocolate you're trying to eat or drink during the day, but maybe it's being the equivalent of a full cup of coffee, but probably not. And then the last one that made it under the fake coffee category was actually a recommendation from my clients. And I loved seeing this. I haven't never tried this, but it looks really yummy. It's called Teecino, Teecino. Again, we have a link in the show notes. And they recommended specifically the caramel nut flavor. But when I went to look it up, I found that they have a sampler package, and there's caramel nut, mocha mint, turmeric, dark roast, red chai, and coconut, which I think pretty much all that sounds amazing. So our link in the show notes is to the sampler pack, which is really cool. And I really want to buy it, and I probably will, to try it out. I just didn't have time between learning about the recommendation and recording this. But that is our fake coffee category. Next one is hot lemon water. So using lemons or maybe organic lemon juice. I like the lemon juice bottles, big lemon juice bottles you get from Costco. They are organic, and then I don't have to manage lemons and keeping fresh lemons on hand. And just with hot water, and it can help with your digestion. So if you like that, I have never done that. I'm not a big fan, but I have some clients that it's warm. It has a little bit of flavor, a little to it, and it can help you digest. It can even potentially help you poop if you just need a little stomach acid boost to get that going. So number 3 is hot lemon water. Number 4 is I make a chocolate peanut butter drink, usually cold. I have peanut butter protein powder from Costco. Low sugar is usually where I get it. But if you don't have a Costco membership, I did put a link in the show notes for a bulk peanut butter powder that you can just get from Amazon. And it was one of the lower cost ones. So best affordability. Take some peanut butter powder, kind of to your preference, and it can vary to how much milk you're starting with. And then cacao powder. I usually go for organic raw, because when it's raw, it maintains its antioxidants. And when it's organic, then you just have fewer toxins. Mix that with some salt, usually like a little blending stick, just so that the clumps all get broken up. And then sometimes I might add in additional protein powder like collagen or pea protein or hemp protein. If you want more on protein powder, visit 2 or 3 episodes from this one previous, or click the link in the show notes. And we have a whole protein powder episode that I put together for y'all. So just with the peanut butter powder on its own in this drink, it will have some protein, but you can boost it and make it a little bit more like a protein shake or smoothie. And that makes like a chocolate peanut butter drink. Again, I've always drunk it cold. So if you're looking for something hot, this one won't do it for you, but it is fun. Next is golden milk. Golden milk is a classic description of usually has like a milk in it. So if you're dairy free, maybe it's almond milk or oat milk. I do almond milk at home. And then it's going to have a mix of powders in it. So turmeric, cinnamon, cardamom, vanilla, maybe cayenne sometimes, and ginger. And then a little bit of sweetener often. Not only does it taste great, all of these ingredients are amazing for you. Turmeric's good for inflammation. Cinnamon helps with blood sugar. Cayenne pepper can actually help with blood pressure / circulation, and ginger helps with digestion. So it's kind of it's a cool thing. It's not going to fix all your symptoms. Like if you have chronic symptoms, go get tested for parasites and H. pylori and all the things we do with our clients. Like, please do not hear me say golden milk will fix all your problems, but it is caffeine-free. It's caffeine-free, and it might give you that added boost of additional ingredients that can have a positive effect on your body. That's number 5. Number 6 is bubbly water. So a lot of our clients reference basically soda water of some type. I love soda water. I definitely find that it makes me feel better. Some people, it does not make you feel better. I've had some clients say it makes them burp a lot more, have gas a lot more, have acid reflux. So know yourself in this. Don't do it if it doesn't feel good. But I personally feel better on it. I think that there's some balancing component to it, to soda water for me. And then one thing I wanted to share in this category of soda water, because it's kind of popular right now to have like cans of soda water or bottles. But our family hack to make this more affordable and honestly just easier is that we get a soda stream, which is just one of those commercial ways you can fizz your own water. Then we buy we originally bought a 5-pound, then we upgraded to a 20-pound CO2 tank. And we got a converter kit, meaning that the CO2 tank, we have a way to bring the air from the CO2 tank and refill our own soda stream little like bottles or like kind of capsules. And when in the 5-pound one, we can refill it. It lasts about a quarter of a year, about 3 months. And then for the 20-pound one, lo and behold, it lasts us about a year. And it costs about $30 to refill our 20-pound one. So that means we're spending about $30 all year to get unlimited. And we're drinking this morning, noon, and night, unlimited amount of soda water, bubbly water. Amazing hack. So that's all I can say is that highly recommend looking into that hack. I didn't think about putting the links for what we use. We've had to change what we do. So I'm hesitant to do it because SodaStream, not all soda streams are the same. So you might have to check, like if you already have a soda stream, check with like what type of tank you have that goes in, and that might alter what type of converter kit you need. And they don't make it easy to find because I don't think they want you knowing this. It's much more lucrative for you to have to buy their soda stream tanks every time yours gets emptied. But it is definitely kind of like do a little bit of Googling, like soda stream converter kit for CO2 tank. You will find it. All right. And then your last one here, a client of mine, she called it her fancy holiday drink, which I love. And so what it is 1 can or 12 ounces of lime fizzy water. She says just the essence, no sweetener, and about 3 to 4 ounces of pomegranate juice, about 1/3 a cup. And to make it extra fancy, she adds 1 tablespoon, about 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. So yeah, it'll be like a nice little tart, like cranberry juice, lime, tart, sour, fizzy drink. And probably looks kind of pretty because the pomegranate juice would be like purplish pinkish when it is watered down. So I thought that was so sweet that she shared that, and I wanted to make sure it made it into our list. So again, some of these are hot, some of these are cold. Maybe some of these are your go-to, you have them all the time, and some of them become like, I just know that I have that in my back pocket if I want something different or something special instead of a latte with coffee or a matcha latte. And to be very clear, this is not, we tell our clients all the time, it's not that you can never have caffeine again. It's that you want to give your adrenal glands a break while you're healing. And especially when you're getting rid of, our clients are doing stuff like getting rid of food sensitivities out of their diet and dealing with pathogens and addressing hidden like heavy metals or hidden copper toxicity or nutrient deficiencies. And this just makes it faster. It makes it easier. It adds to the effect. And then they can go back on caffeine, and they're not drinking caffeine because they need it or they won't have energy. It's because it's enjoyable, but now it's not like causing like wearing their adrenal glands down. So I hope that this is helpful. And if anything, it might just be for all of our future clients who, when they tell us, what do I drink? We're going to point them to this episode. But I hope it helps you. If you are not a client of ours, I just hope that it gives you insight and just pulls you into the conversation. This is a conversation people are having, and also that you know that you shouldn't be stuck caffeine-free for the rest of your life. That's a sign that you're not really getting to the root cause of stuff. And because, people have been drinking caffeine for hundreds and hundreds of years, and there's still people to this day who drink caffeine and don't have adrenal fatigue. So adrenal fatigue really is a process not just of caffeine, but of many, many other things in our lives. Unless, of course, again, you're drinking like 4 cups of coffee a day, that could be its root cause on its own. So that is it. If you want to join and learn, get access to the supplement we use to extend the half-life of our cortisol, to get root cause testing as to what's driving your adrenal fatigue and all the other symptoms in your body, skin issues, brain issues, gut issues, and then get protocols. You can work in our group coaching program, which is the Better Belly Blueprint, and do the whole process yourself, or we can do it for you in our VIP program, which is called Better Belly VIP. Just go to betterbellytherapies.com/VIP if you want more information on what's included and how it works and pricing, etc. Again, that's betterbellytherapies.com/VIP. I'll see you guys next year. Bye.
Hey friend, I hope you loved this episode. If you've been a fan for a while or newly loving this podcast, can you do me a favor? Drop into Apple Podcasts and leave me a review. When you leave a review, you do so much. You help me know you're listening. You can tell me what you're loving so I know what to make more of. And you help others by boosting this podcast so other people like you can find the podcast too. I mean, it's a win-win-win, right? So if you want a way to pay it forward, just go to Apple Podcasts or click the link in my show notes and leave a rating and review. And if you want some more free stuff, just head over to my free Facebook group, betterbellytherapies.com/Facebook, and you can get access to all of my free support for you, including some Facebook group exclusive stuff like my podcast episode vault, where you can search the Better Belly podcast by topic and find exactly what you need to expedite your healing. I cannot wait to see you in there. Catch you guys next week.